He's gonna break off probably. Like he's fighting a lot more like a Kala. It is a Kala. A big Kala.
I managed to get out a day or two when I was having family over for the holidays, and we had an opening where it was super windy, but we could go shore fishing. So we decided to go for Kala, which in Hawaiian their name is Limu Kala. They're a really cool fish. They are unicorn fish. They eat the seaweed primarily off the rocks, called Limu. That's how they get their name. And they're really fun to target. They remind me of trout from when I grew up. You do a lot of it drift fishing and fishing the seams, and it's all about making the right presentation with like a piece of seaweed. And I can show you how I ended up rigging up for them. All right, so I ended up using a lighter rod. This one's a travel rod. It was a 6.6 medium power, fast action. And then I had a 20-pound braid tied to a 12-pound monofilament leader. These fish are incredibly line shy, and I found out the monofilament is really good at helping counteract the abrasiveness of the lava rock. A lot of times these fish will take you into the rocks, and it's not fun. They're one of the hardest fighting fish only because they fight extremely dirty. You hook them, they go and hide in a rock and oftentimes break you off. They're really smart. They'll get you everywhere you can. It's a pain, but monofilament is a good leader for them. They are more line shy of the diameter rather than the type, although I bet fluorocarbon does work. I had a lot of hookups with them, not a lot of success. But the rig itself, I have a long leader to a little float, and I don't use any weight. I think the most natural presentation is just to have the seaweed act on its own. So what I do is I just snell a J-hook up the line, and then I have 6 or so inches into another hook that is tied on. Either you can snell it as well or just tie it straight on. The trick is you get the Limu and you were to pin the top of it onto the front hook and then put it onto the largest and lowest hanging leaf, the hook. Oftentimes you will hook them on that back hook. One last little thing before we jump into the fishing is if you're gonna go and use the Limu off of the rocks, it's always best to cut it, either break it off with your fingers or cut it, rather than rip it off. In order to pick the Limu, if you were to rip it off the rocks, the like little bud at the bottom, they don't regrow. But if you were to just cut it, that whole stem will regrow like new shoots. So it's always best to do that. As for looking for a spot, if there's seaweed around, the Limu around, there will be Kala. But also be careful, sea turtles, they are not the smartest and they will try to eat the seaweed too. So avoid them at all costs.
What?
There's a big one.
Big fish?
Or like one of the big jumping jacks.
Oh yeah, they look like little eel things. he's gonna break off. He's gonna break off probably. I just have to hope he comes out of it. Which he might. I think he came out. He came out of the rock. I think it's a Kala. No, it's a nenue. Actually, it's fighting a lot more like a Kala. It is a Kala. A big Kala. He's trying to break me off in the rocks. My line might break if I try to flip him. I'm gonna have to try. It's a big one. What? Haha! Whoa, look at him!
He's a big one.
That's a big Kala. Cool.
He's very pretty.
Let's take him into a tide pool over here. What? He'll be happier in a tide pool over here for now. I think a picture with you and him would be cool. I'll put this away. But like, look, you can feel the line.
Yeah.
That was in the rock. Remember I said he might break off? He is in the rock. Which he's gonna be really happy that he didn't break off, because we're gonna release him and he's not gonna have some hooks in him. But this is what he's gonna, see how he's laying?
Yeah.
He's not injured or anything.
He's playing dead.
He's trying to blend in with the rock. This, like, they get stuck in tide pools kind of often. He's trying to say, hey, I'm the ground. I'm not like, to prevent birds from seeing him. So yeah, he's playing rook.
Doing it?
No, that's fine.
Are you sure? It'll be a different perspective.
This is all right.
Bye, buddy.
We're about to go bye-bye. See you later. Nice.